Today we're speaking to Yang Yang Li, who is a Chinese mom living in South Korea. Her husband is a part of the American military. He's in the Marines, actually. And they bring a different perspective to the controversy that we found from Amy Chua's book, Battle Hymn of the Tiger Mom, because she is Chinese and he is American, and they've got a mixing of the parenting styles. Yang Yang, welcome to MommyCast. Hi.
Hi.
And happy Chinese New Year.
Oh, happy Chinese New Year to you too.
So, I don't know if you've heard all of the controversy regarding the book Battle Hymn of the Tiger Mom, written by Amy Chua here in the U.S., but it has caused a huge controversy, lots of dialogue. Have you heard about the book?
Yes, I heard about it. I even heard of, my friend in Australia, she even heard about it. Everybody's talking about it now.
Well, I'd like to get your thoughts on that. What do you think about all of the controversy?
To me, when I first read the article on the Wall Street Journal, and I thought, oh, wow, she's a strict mother, but she did not strike me as a mean mother or horrible mother. Although, but I think probably, this book shocked a lot of American moms.
And in your experience, you were actually raised in China, right? You're from China.
Yeah.
In your experience, I mean, how strict is the parenting in China compared to the U.S.?
I think in the past it was a lot stricter, but now because there are more parents, majority of the parents, they only have one child, so it's less strict. But I still think Amy Chua, what she described in the book, still represent a great deal of Chinese parents right now.
A lot of American moms feel kind of attacked because they're slacker moms or whatever. They're not doing their job. I mean, do you think that maybe the American moms should step it up a little bit in your experience?
I think so, yeah. I agree. A great portion of what Amy Chua described was American or Chinese, the difference, and I believe so. And for example, what I have been, since I came to the States, what I have been feeling is American parents are a lot softer, especially dealing with us, they do not talk to the kids more directly than as Chinese parents that they do. Just like Amy Chua, her example saying, hey, if your kid's overweight, you tell them directly. In China, we just say you're fat, you need to lose weight. But in the United States, instead of seeing that, they think that, to protect the kids, and the self-esteem is so important. But to me, I think American parents, they're too concerned how the kids they feel.
You're obviously from China, and your husband is actually American, and there's got to be some differences in parenting styles. How is the difference between the two of you?
We both emphasize education. The difference is, I would think, the expectation from me is higher than the expectation from my husband. When we talking about, for example, which school I want to send my kids to, and which college I want my kids to go to. Which he said, as long as the children can, get good grade and play some sports and be a whole person, and she can pick any school she wants. And my perspective, if I think my daughter is capable of doing the subject, I would expect she gets A, and there's no excuse to get B. I want my children to study science, more like or maybe medicine or law or that type of thing, rather than history, because I think liberal arts is not something I think will have a really strong future like the other subjects. But he doesn't think that way. He thinks, anything she likes to learn, as long as she goes to college, that will be fine with him.
One thing that I have experienced also with all of the stuff that I've done with MommyCast and, of course, raising my children, is that it can't be one-size-fits-all parenting. Some kids bring that extreme discipline themselves. They already have that discipline and that desire to achieve, and some kids need that extra kind of, push and discipline that the parents can give. And some kids can really buckle under that kind of pressure. And so, I think you kind of have to look at your individual child as well and make sure that you can't just say, well, this is the way I want to parent, and I'm going to parent all of my children this way regardless. Because I think even Amy Chua discovered that it backfired a little bit with her 13-year-old.
Yes, but I think that I am thinking a lot of American parents, mom, they are just shocked by how she was so direct, and then just like how she only had her way to do things. But I think what she was doing, the end of it, everything is her kids are really just normal and then outperform other kids. So I would say, her way probably. I mean, most of the American parents probably should think about adopting maybe 80% of it.
Right. And I do think that there's a pendulum kind of swinging now, because I think the U.S. parents are starting to realize that our children are falling behind the rest of the world. And so I see this effort to kind of step it up a little bit, at least here. And I mean, we're obviously in a larger metropolitan area in the Washington, D.C. area, but I do see this kind of effort to step it up a little bit. And I think it's going to be one of these kind of mixes where you have a little bit of both going on.
Yeah, so when you at first read the book, what's your reaction? How do you feel?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of positive in what she said. I think the Wall Street Journal article was very inflammatory, and it didn't need to be that way. I can't stand dialogue that pits mother against mother. I think we're all trying to do our best. And so I think the hype surrounding the book was much bigger than what the book was. But I would prefer to see mothers band together and support each other and share ideas that work and that don't work, rather than saying, this mother's bad and this mother's good. You know what I mean?
But I also feel like she's a little bit exaggerating. Mm-hmm. The kids, if the children cannot finish playing the piano the right way or coordinate her fingers, she's going to burn her burn her favorite stuff, or she cannot go to the bathroom. I think that's a big.
That is true. I agree with you there. There's parts of it, and I can see how people were thinking that way. But I think that was a little out there. For there's no way I would ever go to that level. But yeah, right. Yang Yang, we have to finish now. But it's been so great talking to you and seeing you again.
Thank you very much for inviting me here.
You're welcome, and I hope you can come back. We're really excited to have you as a correspondent in South Korea.
Okay,
great. Have a great day, or actually evening. It's late there. Thanks for staying up.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.